So today I'm doing a complete brake job on a 2006 Jeep Commander, and I'm going to give you the necessary steps to get the job done as quickly as possible. You want to begin by popping the hood and removing the cap from the master brake cylinder to prevent pressure buildup when you compress the caliper piston. Because I'm jacking up the entire front end, I'll be using the front cross member as a lifting point, but I'll first need to remove this plastic cover. There's 4 fasteners, and you'll need a 13mm socket for removal. Now that the front end is supported with jack stands, remove the lug nuts with a 19mm socket, then remove the 2 caliper bolts with a 14mm socket. I'm using a large C-clamp to fully compress the caliper piston while it's still on the rotors. Then remove the caliper, and I like to use a short bungee cord to hang it out of the way so it doesn't dangle by the brake hose. Then remove the 2 caliper bracket bolts with a 21mm socket. These brakes were ordered online from Max Advanced Brakes, and they're black in color due to the anti-rust zinc plating, which will eventually wear off around the braking area of the rotor. But the hat vents and other parts of the rotor that the pad don't come in contact with will remain protected. Also important to note, these rotors don't come covered in packing grease, so there's no need to wipe them off before installation, which is reversal removal. It's also important to check your caliper guide pins to make sure they can move in and out freely. If they seem stiff or hard to move, then take them out, clean them off, and apply grease before reinstalling. Since the new pads and rotors didn't come with hardware, I'm cleaning off the old ones and applying a little grease before reinstalling the bracket. When you finish this side, you want to do the opposite side the same exact way. Then put your wheel back on. Now it's time for the rear pad and rotors. You want to begin by jacking up the rear end by the differential and supporting the axle with jack stands. Then remove the wheel, and you'll need a 13mm socket to remove the 2 caliper bolts. The rear calipers have a cover on them that easily unhook with a screwdriver or a pry tool. And again, I'm using a large C-clamp to compress the caliper piston while the pads are still on the rotor. The top of the outside pad has a metal retaining tab that you'll need to press down for removal, and pull the inner pad outward to free it from the piston. Hang the caliper out of the way and make sure you don't have your parking brake engaged so the rotor can slide off easily. And just like how I did with the front, I'm applying some anti-squeal compound to the back of the pads before installation, which is reversal removal. After installation, don't forget to put the master brake cylinder cap back on and pump the brake pedal until firm before driving.